Sandbox MMA fans, it is MMA news update time. There are a few things that I want to talk about with you guys today. A little bit going on with Aljamain Sterling and Movsar Evloev. We're going to talk about that whole situation. Diego Lopez getting interjected in that. We're going to talk about briefly about Islam Makhachev, something that he had said. We're also going to talk about Schmitty and O Malley's podcast moment, so that'll be a funny one to laugh at. And we're also going to briefly touch on UFC 309. If there's anything else you guys want me to talk about, we have UFC France coming up next week, which is super exciting, so we'll talk about that all of next week. But if there's anything else you want me to talk about, just drop a comment, let me know. But we're going to get started right away with Aljamain Sterling's little announcement. Aljamain Sterling, I'll cover my comment. Aljamain Sterling is out of his UFC 307 fight against Movsar Evloev, scheduled for October 5th, despite training through an injury. UFC medical staff have recommended that Aljo withdraw from the match. Fortunately, the injury won't require surgery. Sterling has asked rescheduling the fight until December. So Aljamain Sterling did come out with a message on his Instagram and say, hey, if you want to do this, I can do it in Sterling Movsar. This is just an injury that the medical team will not let me pass. Is what it is. Let me know what you want to do, all that stuff. Now, it would be nice if Movsar waited for Aljo, but I don't think Movsar should wait, and I don't think he needs to wait. Now, I don't dislike Aljo, guys. I know what people like to think is, oh, you hate all the grapplers. No, I like finishability in the grappling. And yes, I don't like Aljo's style, but I actually don't mind Aljo as a person. I think he's a pretty good dude. Is what it is. Kind of like the guy. So, I don't think he should be waited for, though. I think he's just going to have to look at another matchup towards that December time frame. There's a lot of different options there, but Movsar has been yapping. Movsar is going at people right now. First person he went after, of course it was Diego Lopez. Of course it was. He needs an opponent. Hey, Diego, if you want to defend your honor, you have 2.5 weeks to try and get this loss off your record. Wants Diego to take another short notice fight. Now, I know Movsar also was on short notice, kind of, because he was replacing Bryce Mitchell's opponent. But listen, Diego came in on like 6 days' notice and ended up fighting him to a pretty competitive, not competitive decision. It was a fun fight. It actually made the first fun Evloev fight ever. But Diego obviously responds, based human being. You had your chance a few months ago when I called you out to fight. Now you sit back and watch as the bus leaves you waiting. Hilarious. Good chirping from Diego Lopez, pretty much telling Movsar, no, I just beat a guy ranked above you. No, I don't want to fight you in your boring-ass style now that you need an opponent. So Movsar tries to go back at him. Hey, Dan Ige almost beat you a couple of months ago, too. Why are you saying you called me out? Next time I see you, maybe I give you a proper haircut because your barber is very cheap. So the 17-year-old that Movsar groomed is controlling his Twitter account here, but regardless, he's throwing heat. I kind of like seeing Movsar throw some heat at Diego Lopez. It's fun. It makes things more entertaining. It makes me more invested in these fights. And Diego Lopez just shuts the door immediately. Brother. I don't know why I'm saying it in the brother voice like he's Khabib, but brother, my first victory in the UFC, I called you to fight. You could make excuses that you were above me in the rankings since our fight. I have 5 victories, while you have only fought once. You were lower in the rankings, not to mention that you have finished no one, or anyone. Tell me where Diego Lopez is wrong. Movsar doesn't have any finishes. Movsar does only have 1 fight since they last fought, and Diego does have 5 fights since. I'm on Team Diego here. Now, I'll always be on Team Diego over Movsar because I really don't like Movsar. But Diego Lopez, man, calling it out for how he sees it. Now, there's another man that has called out Movsar Evloev, and it's Gene Silva. Gene Silva keeps responding to this tweet saying, let's go, I want to fight, let's go. That's a scary fight for Movsar Evloev, I'll tell you, because Gene Silva has the ability to go in there and just brawl with anyone. He's a tough dude, tough guy to get out of there, and he's going to go and beat the brakes off of most people that he fights. Now, I do lean Movsar in terms of a victory, but I don't think Movsar will take the Gene Silva fight because I think it's too low ranked. However, there's someone that's been waiting in the wings and done a little bit wrong. They've been done a little bit wrong recently. Now, who can you think of in the featherweight division that on short notice, on 2.5 weeks' notice, would step up and fight Movsar Evloev? I got someone. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Alexander Volkanovski would step up on short notice and absolutely beat the brakes off of Movsar Evloev. I think it's a great matchup for Volk, where he's facing a pillow-fisted featherweight that we want to see him face. Okay, we want to see him face these pillow-fisted guys. We also know that Volk will not only outstrike, but he can defensively grapple against someone like Movsar. If Islam Makhachev wasn't ragdolling him, then Movsar Evloev isn't going to get him down. So I think this is a great tune-up fight for Volk. It's a way for him to say, I beat a contender, I deserve my title shot now. All right, lad? I don't know if they say lad over there, but that's more of an English thing. But all right, mate? You know, I've put it all into work. I've worked on my skills. I've gotten much better. But Ilya, Max, whoever wins, I want winner. And it's actually a way for Volk to get a win. And everyone's like, I do want to see Volk fighting for the title again. Look at the performance he just put on against an undefeated Movsar Evloev. That's a great fight to make. Volk, Movsar, make it the feature fight. Make it 5 rounds. I would love to see that be a 5-round feature fight. If not, you can have Volk versus Aljo in December and Movsar versus, again, like a Gene Silva. Or you could have Movsar, you could have him rematch Diego, but I don't think he's rematching Diego after Diego just fought. That's fucking stupid. You can look at like Yair stepping in to take a fight. There are featherweights that you can look at here. Josh Emmett. I bet Emmett would fucking sleep Movsar too. That'd be fucking awesome. So I'd be looking at like a Volk is my number 1 option. But if that doesn't work out, number 2 should be like an Emmett or a Yair Rodriguez. And then last ditch effort, Gene Silva would be a fucking sick fight. So there are some options here, but we're gonna move on. I would really like to see Volk versus Movsar Evloev. Think it's the fight to make. So we are gonna move on though. Sean O'Malley lost. And his buddy Schmitty had a little bit of a breakdown here. Little bit of a breakdown. So, we're going to talk about it. We're just going to show. So, Sean O'Malley just lost at the Sphere. Devastated, sad. Damn, he said I overpromised and underdelivered. Apologized to all my fans. I expected better. He also mentioned that he needs to go in for surgery for a torn labrum. So, he was hurt, but that's not an excuse. Everyone goes into fights hurt. A lot of people do. Torn labrum, pretty shitty injury to have, especially when you're primarily a striker. And who knows, maybe Sean does get it back against Merab one day, but at the end of the day, we're not going to be making excuses here for Sean O'Malley. Would have liked to see more from him, but he was banged up. It is what it is. A lot of people have that. Didn't make excuses for Izzy. I'm not going to make excuses for Sean. So kudos to Sean for being able to just go there, and he's not bringing attention to this injury. He's just like, yeah, I have to go have surgery. I got a torn labrum. And that's it. He's not like fishing guy. You know this guy knows me so well, dude. I was so hurt against Dricus Duplessis. Bless botch. Okay, dude. You weren't hurt against Dricus, or maybe you were hurt against Dricus, but like it's not the reason you lost. You lost because you're not as good. So it is what it is. That's me shitting on Izzy right there. But we're gonna get into this. Schmitty's friend. I'll let them tell the story.
It's possible. Yep. Fuck yeah, it is.
But we partied like we won. Did I say that?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Dude, I literally.
So they partied like they won. They had a really good time partying at the after party. But he's going to talk a little bit about his experiences after the fight.
We just slept maybe an hour. Yeah, we got on the jet at fucking noon, got home at 1. Just like, I wasn't like super tired. I was a little bit tired. Danny slept for like 4 hours last night. She's still probably sleeping right now. I don't know, I just couldn't sleep. I'm just like, fuck. But Gio and Daniel were up there.
So he was talking about the after party, how his family was having a tough time sleeping on the flight back, or being able to sleep on the flight back for like 4 hours. He was having a tough time sleeping because he was just so upset about the loss. Now he's talking about the after party.
Schmitty was up mad at us because we didn't hit him up for the after party, but he didn't even text me. Didn't even send me a.
So Schmitty's the guy on the pod with him. I think they play like Warzone together too, but I think he helps produce the pod. He's saying Schmitty's all mad at him. Let's go back and hear that one more time.
I'm just like, fuck. But Gio and Daniel were up there. Schmitty was up mad at us because we didn't hit him up for the after party, but he didn't even text me. Didn't even send me a text. I'm like, damn, Schmitty doesn't even want to party with the fellas.
I was hoping he'd hit me up.
So they're fucking around to start. They're low key like poking at Schmitty, just like breaking balls. Like, oh, you don't even want to party with us, bro. You didn't even text us or stuff like that when they're supposed to be boys. Like most homies just like will show up if it's a known after party. Like you're invited.
I want to do this.
Yes.
You
I was
want the
hoping.
juice.
Yes.
He's saying you want to do this. Look at these guys cracking up, dude. Sean O'Malley and Canelo Alvarez are just cracking up, dude. Tim Welch looks so much like Canelo, bro. It's insane. These guys are cracking it because they think this is about to be a funny, lighthearted moment.
Why?
They want the
I
fuck-
literally was
if
like,
we're gonna do this, I'm telling the whole fucking story. Okay.
Schmitty's getting upset, and you can see they're like, oh, maybe he's not joking. Oh, is he gonna go off?
Please. Do you like THC and electrolytes? If you do,
I
have
don't
something
care,
special for you. This is
Tim.
Antidote. Antidote is a 0-calorie THC. Antidote ships also.
Together, and no one fucking cares. And last
just I
week
answered
before, he
this.
made it a big deal about
This is picking it back up. So he had last said, oh, you want to talk about it? I'll tell the whole story. So he's telling the whole story.
who all was going. He looks at me. Oh, I can only get Riley, Brian, Bebo, and Dom. And then he looks at me like this. And last, no, I'm just kidding. You can go. And then it was made a big deal all week about
the
who's
after
all
party?
going. Yeah, for the after party.
So he's breaking his balls saying everyone but Schmitty can come. Just kidding. Lighthearted joke. Schmitty saying it's been a big deal all week. Okay. Sean's the one coming on the pod after he just lost his championship. And he's just going to suck it up, man up, get on this podcast and talk about it. But no, this is going to be all about Schmitty. And you can see, dude, Canelo is about to go off, dude. Canelo is like, oh my God, Schmitty's really going to make this all about himself right now. He's taking this not as a joke. And O'Malley's like, oh my God, I wish he was the one in the octagon with me instead of Marab. I would have put his lights out.
Party. And guess what, Jobins? I don't give a fuck about the after party. The thing that I fucking care about is I want to be with these boys because I'm part of the team. I don't care if it's up in the after room or if it's in the nightclub. And there was a whole bunch of people that were all together, and no one said, where's Schmitty?
What is this Kamala Harris self-righteous fucking... I don't care about the after party. Yes, you do. I just wanted to be there with the boys to show them a part of the team, to help be there for you with the loss and all that stuff. No one said, where's Schmitty? Oh, that's terrible. It's terrible. Bruh, you care about that after party a lot. You got major FOMO, brother. You should have just went. If you know your boys with them and you're sitting here on a podcast the next day, you should have just went to the fucking party. But, regardless, I guess I get it. You don't want to just show up, especially if it's in a precarious situation after Sean had just lost. Maybe he wants a select few people there. Like, he doesn't know. But he's doing this thing where he's making it all about himself right now. He's got to go on it again before he goes. He goes on this literally Disney Channel rant. Sean's dying because he's like, this is gold for the podcast.
With these boys because I'm part of the team. I don't care if it's up in the after room or if it's in the nightclub.
I'm part of the team.
And there was a whole bunch of people
I'm part of the team.
that were all together, and no one said, where's Schmitty? I was seriously upset. Because
But did
guess
you
what?
text anybody?
I told 2 people to make sure to let me know multiple times all week.
Nobody said where's Schmitty? I'm upset. Like, come on, dude. You're pushing 30. You might be 30.
Whole bunch of people that were all together, and no one said, where's Schmitty? I was seriously upset.
Why
but
can
did
I not fucking click this the right way? It keeps popping up on the right click, but like, no one said where's Schmitty? That kills me, man.
Text
I
anybody.
told 2 people to make sure to let me know multiple times all week. Sono, right before he walked to us to the arena, I said, you let me know. Even if it's a no, let me know.
Look at Tim Welch just tap his hands there. He's like so anxious, like, I can't believe this is fucking happening right now. We're supposed to be mourning Sean's title loss. He sucked it up, got on here, and is talking to everyone and addressing this. This is supposed to be about Sean. But they poked the bear, and Schmitty decided, all right, I'm going to go off.
But
Because
did you
guess what?
text anybody?
Look at Tim Welch's hands.
I told 2 people to make sure to let me know multiple times all week. Sono, right before he walked to us to the arena, I said, you let me know. Even if it's a no, let me know. And no one hit me up. And I'm not going to, I said, I love you to both of you. And I'm not going to, you just lost the fight. I had no idea what was going to happen. I'm down. I walked 30 minutes.
You just lost the fight. I'm down. All right, dude. This is such like a There's something else going on here. I think Schmitty deep down feels like he's been getting left out more than just this one time, and this one time was the part that really, really got to him, and now it's hit a boiling point where he's just really upset now. I think he's upset because Sean's been so focused on fucking training, he doesn't have time to play Call of Duty with Schmitty at all hours of the day. So I think Schmitty's taking that to heart and thinking that they're, like, kicking him out of the group. I think Schmitty's got a little bit of psychological issues going on right now.
Back to the arena where I'm passing the Georgians talking shit.
Passing the Georgians. Okay. They're all like 5'6". I don't know that they're the Georgians. They're just the Georgians.
Luckily, I had some fans wanting to take photos, but that was weird. And then, so I don't know what to do. I text.
Thank God he had fans taking pictures, or he would have had a fucking meltdown. If there weren't a million fans going up to him saying, "Hey, can we take a picture, Schmitty? You want to take a picture, Schmitty?" What he's doing with his hands right now. He's like, "Yo, the beach is that way, brother." Come on, dude. Thank God he had fans taking pictures with him. Or else he would have had a real meltdown right then and there. He would have marched up to that after party and said, "Where is my invite?" But no, the fans calmed him down.
Both of you guys saying I love you guys, so that could.
You didn't text me after the fight?
I love you. After the fight, I'll show right.
I said I love you. Schmitty. It's alright. You can say you love your boys. It's fine. Love my boys. But why are you saying it like crying like that? Grow up, Schmitty. I think there's something else going on here, bro. I think you're a little, I think Schmitty is truly upset and feels like he's been getting left out more and more, and it's all boiling over here. Because Sean had to go train for a fight.
Right now. And then I could have implemented a text from you saying, "Hey, come up, Schmidt."
No.
I told him and Bebo.
But I had probably over.
Hurt.
Look at how fucking butthurt he is. Dude, I think we're going to go to like 35 or 32 here. Look at him just like look his side of the face and goes, "I'm a hurt."
No.
I told him and Bebo.
But I had probably over.
Hurt.
I had probably over 50.
I'm hurt. He has a little snarl with his face. I mean, crack it up. Do you guys realize how serious it actually is now? How like Schmitty's actually fucking pissed?
Text.
That's why I wasn't going to bother you.
No. And then Bebo said, "Hey, we're outside the club." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Yep. Now I remember. I got a lot of shit on my mind." Like, hey, go grab Bebo. If you'd have said, "Hey, Schmitty, we're at the door," we'd have had someone come grab you.
Everyone knew I wanted to be there.
But
okay. Everyone knew he wanted to be there, but he didn't show up. I feel like he should have just went. But you know what? Whatever. It is what it is.
my Shayla was there. My dad wasn't there. Michael wasn't there. No one texted me. No, you didn't text me.
I text you, "I love you."
You said "love you, champ." I didn't see that. You gotta imagine. I probably got some text
I said it to him too. And I text Tim.
So he texted him, "Love you, champ." But it's like O'Malley also got 15 texts, probably 100 texts from people that some of which he's with, some of them he's on the fringe with. But like, he just lost a championship fight. He looked devastated after. Like, they're probably just checking in with him. Probably got a ton of texts like that.
Him a thumbs up in the Snapchat. He didn't open it, and he still posted Snap stories all night.
You said "love you, champ." I didn't see that.
Bro. Wait. Listen to what Schmitty says. He gave him a thumbs up in the Snap, and Welch was still posting Snap stories. Didn't even open Schmitty's Snapchat.
Yeah, you gotta imagine. I probably got some text
I said it to him too.
If you would have said,
I text Tim a thumbs up in the Snapchat. He didn't open it, and he still posted Snap stories all night.
He didn't check.
The mic push up, and he still posted Snap stories all night. Boom, mic drop. Schmitty's PMSing. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say, dude. It's Schmitty's time of the month. That's all I'm gonna say. We get it. You're angry, Schmitty. We get it, dude. Wax the mic away. All right, fuck it. I'd be dying if I saw this live.
I wasn't running my Snap. He was running my Snap.
All I'm trying to say was there was moments where someone could have said, Sono could have said, "Schmitty, we're going to be at the room here. I'll come down and get you." Not one fucking thought was made about me. And I fucking made the press conference fucking massive. I fucking went to Marab and Aljo to their face and backed up my shit talk. And I said, "Fuck you" to their face. And their Georgians followed me back to the fucking hotel. I could have got my ass beat. I told
Dude, he's on the verge of cracking up right now. Go back, because he is crying right now. He is literally crying under these shades right now for no invite.
At the room here, I'll come down and get you. Not one fucking thought was made about me, and
not one fucking thought was made about me. Not one fucking thought. And he had the Georgians coming after him.
Fucking made the press conference fucking massive.
Also, think I just figured it out. That wasn't Ronaldo Rodriguez that made the press conference massive. That was Schmitty in a Ronaldo Rodriguez mask, playing Mexican face. So, Schmitty made the press conference massive. It had nothing to do with Ronaldo Rodriguez screaming slurs in Spanish. It was actually Schmitty in a mask, fully learning Spanish via Rosetta Stone before the press conference, and went up there and put on a show. So it was Schmitty the press conference.
Went to Marab and Aljo to their face and backed up my shit talk, and I said, fuck you to their face.
Yo, dude. Went up to Aljo and Marab and backed up my shit talk and said, fuck you to the face. Like, why are you singing like you're Andrea Bocelli? Tim Welch is about to die.
And their Georgians followed me back to the fucking hotel. I could have got my ass beat. I told you and Bebo. Multiple times I told you and Bebo. Bebo ghost everybody.
Let me ask you this, Schmidt. So in your mind,
I'm waiting.
No,
I'm waiting for a message.
I know. In your mind, you think we don't want Schmitty at the after party.
Obviously, and you know how hard it was.
Why would we?
I'm sitting in my room sad because you lost.
Now we're gonna get a little serious. Look at O Malley sitting there like, dude, what are you fucking talking about? This guy just lost the championship of the world. He is in a very precarious mental state. He's sad. He's upset. He wishes he could have done more. He feels like he let his fans down. He just lost a prized possession in a belt, a championship belt. And here's Schmitty having a mental breakdown, crying about how they didn't invite him to the group party. Sean's like, bro, you should have just showed up. My only job at this party was to sit there, drink beers, and try and forget about... Drink Happy Dads and try and forget about the performance that just happened. Try and put it behind me and take a step forward, but no, Schmitty's going to bring it right back to that night.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm going...
Sean's sitting there like, bro, I can't believe I'm dealing with this. Like, I'm so fucked up right now over losing my title, and now I have to deal with Schmitty acting like a 4-year-old. Irresponsible, dumb, ignorant, annoying from Schmitty. Let's see if he has any final thoughts on this.
I don't know what everyone's doing.
And you're not going to send a text?
And there's the group sluts. The group sluts are there. They're not part of any of this.
So you thought...
He's mad. He's fucking mad. And he needs to fucking calm down. Let's see Sugar's response.
In your mind, Tim and I didn't text you because we didn't want you there.
I knew you guys were...
That's all O Malley had to say. That's what you think. That you think we didn't text you because we didn't want you there. Dude's got to calm down. Stop being a major pussy. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Grow the fuck up. You're over 30 years old. Grow the fuck up. Stop making it about you when Sean is literally in a precarious spot because he just lost his fucking belt. Fat retard. Anyway. Probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube. But I'm not monetized anyway, so it is what it is. We're going to talk about 309 and how underwhelming the 309 card really is. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. No one cares about this fight. You've heard me talk about it a million times. Stipe Miocic, who doesn't have a win since August of 2020 over Daniel Cormier, who is no longer active in the UFC. Last fight for Stipe Miocic was a loss to Francis Ngannou in March of 2021. Jon Jones last fought 18 months ago against... Cyril Gane, who was the number one contender that got grappled by Ngannou, so obviously he was going to get grappled up by Jon Jones and submitted. Happened in a round. Then Jon decides he wants to take time off, gets hurt, doesn't end up fighting Stipe. Now there's a more deserving title challenger. And Tom Aspinall, and Jon Jones won't fight him. Jon Jones also said via Clocked and Loaded, this is going to be my last one. I'm done after this. He said that, and we can go look at it in a second anyway, too. So I will take a look at that also. But Jon Jones said he's done. He's not fighting anymore. Let's just go to that right now, honestly. It was Clocked and Loaded that posted it. Not Cloaked and Loaded, Clocked and Loaded. Sure you've all seen this already. It's probably his most popular clip right now.
The GOAT. What was it like meeting up Pereira?
Pereira, he was amazing.
So this is a reel where he is pretty much talking about, oh, what was it like meeting Pereira? How was everything? They're just asking him a bunch of questions. Hey, are you ready to go? What's it like being with Ryan Garcia? He says blessed, highly favored, all that bullshit. Then they start asking him some more questions. We'll turn the volume back on now.
Everyone saw you hanging out with Ryan Garcia. What was that like?
Ryan Garcia is awesome, man. Blessed and highly favored. It was cool, man.
Exactly.
Just so humble.
You think Ryan Garcia can do MMA one day? Like he wants to.
I think
It's a cool question to actually ask him. Do you think Ryan Garcia can do MMA? Would love to see that.
I think he absolutely could. He's a young guy. He's an athlete, and it'd be pretty simple for him to pick it up.
And how you feeling? You look in shape. You ready for November?
I feel great. Yeah, I feel really, really good. I'm about 50 pounds lean and strong.
Is this your retirement fight in November, or no? You got more?
It's gonna be the last time.
It's gonna be the last time.
Gonna be the last time. Okay? Last time we're seeing Jon Jones, so we're not getting Tom Aspinall. But don't worry, guys. Tom Aspinall's the backup opponent. Don't worry, guys. He's the backup opponent. We have wasted Tom Aspinall's career, and that is going to be a whole nother video that we do as it gets closer to UFC 309. But so far, this is a great fight for 2021. This would have been a great fight in 2023, but here we are at the end of 2024. No one wants to see this fight. No one cares about this fight. But Dana thinks, don't worry, I know what the fans want. I'll just put Charles versus Chandler as a 5-round co-main, and that'll make everyone want to buy it. We saw this in 2021, dude. Don't get me wrong, probably going to be a pretty fun fight, but we already know the outcome of this. We already know the outcome. We've already seen this happen. I don't want to see rematches like this all the time. I want to see fresh matchups. I want to see Charles Oliveira versus Dan Hooker. I want to see Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker on this card. I want to see Charles Oliveira versus Renato Moicano. I get Moicano's got a fight coming up, but you know what I mean? I want to see Michael Chandler versus someone else. Michael Chandler versus Fiziev, Hooker versus Fiziev, Oliveira versus Covington, Oliveira versus McGregor, Oliveira versus Holloway. We have had a ton of possible matchups that haven't been done yet, and we just can't see them because we want to do this rematch. Now, I think Dana said, Michael, we owe you one because this Conor thing's not going to get done until we get a TV deal done. I actually think Brendan Schaub's right on that, surprisingly. So we'll just give you a number one contenders fight. That's the other thing. This is a number one contenders fight. If Chandler wins, his win is over Oliveira, and then before that, he'd have lost to Poirier. And a loss to Gaethje, and, he's beaten Ferguson in between. He hasn't fought anyone fresh. Oliveira, if he wins, he had just lost to Arman. Okay, dude, we need fresh matchups, real contenders coming off win streaks. Unless it's Gaethje because he fought fucking Holloway, who's coming up in weight. And he just took the fight when he didn't need to. But at the end of the day, it's this fight was great in 2021. I don't care about it that much 3 years later. I'm going to be brutally honest. I really don't care about it that much 3.5 years later. So here we go. We get it again. It's an intriguing fight, but it's not an intriguing fight. It's a fight with two big names, but I'm not that intrigued. Most intriguing fight on the card for me so far. Bo Nickel and Paul Craig, a real test for Bo Nickel. And the reason I say that is he's going to have to either show us that he can stand and strike, or he's going to have to show us that he's not going to get caught in a random submission with one of the best submission specialists on the ground. He has to show us that when he goes to the ground and he's on top, it is impossible to beat him. It is impossible to submit him, and that's what we have a chance of finding out here with Bo Nickel. So I actually really like this matchup. Don't like it as the feature fight, like it as the main card opener, but don't like it as the feature fight. Why the fuck is this on the main card? What are we doing? This is not a main card fight. Hopefully they fix that. This is actually a sick fight. But this is a prelim headliner to me. You have Jonathan Martinez versus an unranked bantamweight. Now I get it. Marcus McGee is a monster. He's a murderer, but he's also 34. I don't think this is the main card of MSG worthy. I think this is the prelim headliner. This is the prelim co-headliner. I think this is also a fight that needs to be on the prelims. Weidman and Anders. Again, it's on its rightful spot on the prelims, but it's not a banger. Veronica Hardy and Marta Mora. Okay, very mid. Veronica Hardy's fucking hot, though. But, dude, 309's kind of a sham to me. Last thing I want to talk about. because we're getting to 30 minutes. Holy shit. Islam Makhachev said that he is going to be ready to fight at the end of December, early January. Obviously, the end of December, the UFC takes off for Christmas. And I know... Never mind. January, pay-per-view. I think we should have Islam right on it. I think we should. We got Ramadan coming up at the end of February, so his window is tight to defend that title. You got a bunch of Muslim fighters that are champions are going to be fighting for a championship. They got to fight before Ramadan, because Ramadan, I want to say, is like from February 29th to March 20th or March 29th, something like that. End of February to end of March, somewhere in that range. So you're not going to have any of the Muslim champions defending them their titles during that month, because obviously they have religious obligations or duties, whatever you want to call it, which is okay, completely fine. Let's just get them in to fight before, which we should be doing. So you should have Bilal fighting before. Or, if there's no real contender yet, which I kind of am in the boat that there's no real contender yet for him, you push that till after. But Islam should be fighting. Umar versus Merab should happen before. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now is, in January, you should have the pay-per-view headline, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. Sick headliner, people are going to buy based off of just that, but let's add another title fight to it. Let's build two names that aren't going to sell pay-per-views on their own, and that's Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili. That is not a pay-per-view headliner that will sell its own very well. You put it as the co-main for an Islam Makhachev card. That's how you promote Umar Nurmagomedov. That's how you promote Merab Dvalishvili. That's how you make Arman Tsarukyan's name bigger. That's how you make the other fighters on that card's names bigger. So that's what you need to do with this card. January pay-per-view will probably be, the middle of January, January 16th, 17th, 18th, whichever day is a Saturday. Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan, main event. Co-main event, Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov, title fight for the bantamweight title. That's how you make it done. Those are my thoughts. That's the MMA news update. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe.